All right, so how can you gamify DLP, right? If you're considering DLP software or you already have one, you already have everything you need. But to gamify data protection, you have certain parts of the software that we can leverage in this regard, right? You got policies and rules, right? That sets the corporate policy and how it gets implemented in the software. We got user prompts, which we'll show you some examples. Reporting is a big part of DLP solutions. They all have it, and every DLP solution out there uses email alerts and things like that. So they're all the key parts, and we're going to go through those examples. So from a data protection policies and rules perspective, obviously at the organizational level, you want to set some ground rules of how your employees are going to work with the data. You're going to put those things into your DLP system, right? So these are some simple examples, but how customers or how your employees can work with, say, PII or PCI information. Are they allowed to email it out? Are they not allowed to email it out? If they leave the building with something, do they have to use encrypted drives? So all those types of rules and policies you design as an organization, and then you put those into your DLP system to be implemented. So here's a few examples of some of the features of a DLP product that we can use in this exercise, right? So traditionally, when we use user prompts, they're in the negative, right? As you can see, big red X or please explain, why are you doing this, right? It's kind of to jump on you. But it's a pop-up that says, hey, you're violating something, right? It's the hand slap approach, what we talked about. Well, think about it differently, right? If you gamify it, you could take it from the other perspective. This could be seen as a positive. Reporting. Again, reporting are, at-risk users, at-risk machines, people that violate policy, that do the wrong thing, right? We're always looking at the bad stuff. Again, we could turn these dashboards around and look at the positive side, right? Stack rankings of good behavior, stack rankings of employees that are following the rules, things like that. So again, the tools are there for us to leverage. Email alerts. Here's one that our CMO had for sending out a HIPAA policy violation. But again, we see these very typical in DLP scenarios where we're sending out, hey, you shouldn't have done this, you shouldn't have done that. But again, we can use that same mechanism, that same piece of technology to turn it to a positive to say, hey, you did something right, you were handling that right, et cetera, et cetera.